Hey everyone, welcome back to TechOpsTutorial. In the previous video, we built our Kubernetes cluster using kubeadm and joined our worker node successfully. But there was one step we did it very quickly, installing the pod networks. If you ever seen pod stuck in pending or node showing not ready after kubeadm setup, this is exactly where networking comes in. Today, we are going to slow down, understand how Kubernetes networking really works, and learn how to validate and troubleshoot CNI networking the same way it's done in real production cluster and in CKA exam. In this video, you will learn the most important networking concept in Kubernetes. First, we will understand what CNI does and why Kubernetes depends on it. Then we will look at how Flannel enables pod networking within your kubeadm cluster, including multi-node setup. After that, we will validate pod networking using real commands, test pod-to-pod communication within the cluster, means on the worker node. In a multi-node setup, the same process works across the node. And finally, we go through the most important troubleshooting commands used in real environments and a CKA exam. Now let's understand what CNI is. CNI stands for Container Network Interface. In simple terms, CNI is the networking layer of Kubernetes. Whenever a pod is created, CNI is responsible for three key things. First, assign an IP address to a pod. Second, allowing pod to communicate with each other. And third, enabling communication between pods running on different nodes. In Kubernetes cluster, every pod gets its own IP address. CNI connects all pods together. So, a pod on one node can talk directly to a pod on another node using normal IP networking. One very important point to remember is this: kubeadm does not install networking for you. Kubeadm sets up the control plane and nodes, but installing a CNI plugin is a mandatory step in every kubeadm-based Kubernetes cluster. Now let's answer a very common question. You have completed the kubeadm setup, but your pods are not running. Node shows not ready and CoreDNS stay in pending state. This happens because kubeadm install only the core Kubernetes components like the API server and scheduler. Networking is not included by default. Without a CNI plugin, kubelet waits for networking. Nodes remain in not ready state and system pods cannot start. Once a CNI plugin is installed and initialized, this problem is resolved. That's why CNI is not optional, it's mandatory. Now let's compare Minikube and kubeadm from a networking perspective. In Minikube, networking is handled automatically. The CNI plugin is installed for you and the underlying network setup is simplified. That's why Minikube feels easy and is great for learning and quick testing. With kubeadm, nothing is automated. You must install and manage networking yourself. This is how real multi-node production cluster works and what you need to understand for the CKA exam. So remember, use Minikube for quick learning, use kubeadm for real Kubernetes experience. Let's quickly compare two popular CNI plugins. Flannel is simple, lightweight and very easy to understand. That's why it's commonly used in labs, demos and learning environments. Calico is more powerful and support network policies. It's widely used in production, but the setup is more complex. The simple rule is this: use Flannel for learning and demos. Use Calico when you need a production level control. Many real production cluster company use Calico because it also supports network policies which allow you to control which pod can talk to each other. Now let's look at what a CNI plugin actually does internally. First, the CNI plugins deploy its own pod inside kube-system namespace. These pods handles all networking tasks. Next, CNI creates network routes so nodes know how to reach the pod running on other node. Once networking is ready, the node status changed from not ready to ready. Without CNI, this entire flow never completes and the cluster remains unusable. Now let's see how pods talk to each other when they are on the different nodes. Here we have a pod A on node 1 and pod B on node 2. Then we will look at how Flannel enables the pod networking within your kubeadm cluster, including the multi-node setup. Each pod gets its own IP address. These are real IP inside the clusters. When a pod A wants to talk to pod B, the traffic goes through the CNI network layer. The CNI already knows the routes between all the nodes in the cluster, so the packet goes directly from pod A to pod B. There is no NAT in between and no extra translations. This direct communication is one of the key ideas of Kubernetes networking. Here is the demo overview. First we will verify the CNI plugin and cluster state, verify the core system pod, and next create the test pod on different nodes, test pod to pod communication across nodes, troubleshoot Kubernetes networking issue. Here we have one master and one worker node. Now let's move to the hands-on demo. Let me access the terminal. I have taken access of a master node, kubectl get nodes -a. So you can see the K8 master status is ready and K8 worker status is ready. In the previous video, we have already installed the Flannel CNI plugin. So our Kubernetes cluster is already in healthy state. I will quickly apply the manifest here as a recap. If a Flannel is already installed, Kubernetes will just verify it and moves on. As you can see here, most resources are unchanged. This means Flannel was already present. We will focus on validating networking on our existing nodes. Adding more worker nodes will be covered in the next video. Earlier versions of a Flannel runs in a kube-system namespace. Newer version creates a dedicated namespace called kube-Flannel. So let's verify the Flannel pods in a correct namespace. kubectl get pods -n kube-Flannel. You can run the same command. Here we are able to see two pods are running. If we run -o wide, here you can see this is the K8 master IP address, K8 worker IP address. You can see one Flannel pod running on each node. This is a Flannel pod and the status is running. And here you can see this is one node, that is K8 master, and this is another node, K8 worker. This confirms that the CNI plugin is installed, networking is enabled across the cluster. Now let's quickly verify the node status by running kubectl get nodes. Both control plane and worker nodes are in ready state. In a standard kubeadm-based Kubernetes setup, nodes remains in not ready state until a CNI plugin is installed. Once a CNI plugin like Flannel is installed and running, Kubernetes networking is initialized and the node moves to the ready state. So seeing the node in the ready state here confirms that the CNI plugin is installed, networking is working correctly in the cluster. The status is ready for both the nodes, K8 master and K8 worker. Now let's verify the core system pods. kubectl get pods -n kube-system. CoreDNS is running because the networking is available. Without CNI, CoreDNS would stay in pending state. And this one, the status is running. Now let's create two simple pods to validate networking. I will run kubectl run pod. We'll give a pod name pod -a -image equals to nginx. A restart will set to never. Run the same with pod b. Image we will use something different image like busybox --restart equals to never. Also we can mention sleep to 3600 seconds. kubectl get pods -w. Here we can see pod A and pod B are in running state. One nginx pod and one busybox pod for connectivity testing. We have created two pods. Let's check the pod IPs. kubectl get pods -o wide. Here you can see pod A and pod B both are running on K8 worker because we have only one worker node, and it also receives the IP address 10.244.1.2 for pod A and this for pod B. As you can see, each pod has its own IP address and they are running on the worker node, which we have a single node demo. This is a core concept of Kubernetes networking. Let's test the pod to pod communication. What I will do, I will log into kubectl exe-it. We will log into pod B with shell. We are into a pod B. Now let's ping to pod A. Sorry, my bad. Ping. I have not entered the IP address, that's why we receive these options. Here you can see the successful ping confirms pod to pod networking is working. CNI is functioning correctly. In multi-node cluster, this works across a node using the CNI plugin. Here you can see the ping replies and a low latency also. Here you can see it has very low latency. Let's exit from pod B. So this is how the Kubernetes networking works behind the scenes. CNI is not optional, it's mandatory. Once networking is in place, the entire cluster becomes usable. Validating CNI and the pod connectivity is a common task in production environment and the CKA exam. Let's switch back to the slides. In this slide, we are going through 6 important commands to troubleshoot CNI networking issues in a Kubernetes cluster. First, we will check all pod status across namespace. This gives a quick overview of the cluster and help us to spot the pods that are not running properly. Second, view a pod IPs and the nodes where they are running. This helps us to understand how networking is assigned and whether pods are placed correctly. Third, if we see a problem, we describe the specific pod. This command shows the detailed events and error message that can explain why the pod is failing. Fourth, we verify the node status. If a node is not ready, pods on that node may face a networking issue. Now we move to the CNI specific checks. Fifth is we inspect the CNI pods in the kube system namespace. This confirms whether the CNI components are running as expected. Next is we check the logs of the CNI pods. These logs help us to find the configuration error or a plugin problems that affects the networking. Using these 6 commands gives a clear and practical way to debug the Kubernetes networking issue. This slide focuses on networking topics that are important for the CKA exam. First, you should know how to install a CNI plugin in real environments and in the exam. You may need to deploy the plugins like Flannel or Calico and make sure they are working correctly. Next is verifying pod networking. You need to be comfortable checking pod IPs, node assignments, and confirming that the pods can communicate across the nodes. Another key area is troubleshooting network failures. This means using kubectl commands to inspect the pod, review events, and quickly find what is breaking the network. You also need to understand how pod IP communication works. This includes how the CNI assigns the IPs and allow direct pod-to-pod communication inside the cluster. For the exam, practice installing CNI in multi-node setups. Remember the main kubectl networking commands, understand pod CIDR and network policies, and know how to troubleshoot nodes that shows not ready status. Strong networking skills are a big part of passing the CKA exam. One common CKA mistake is a pod CIDR mismatch between kubeadm and the CNI plugin. If those did not match, networking will fail. If you enjoyed learning Kubernetes in this practical way, I hope this session helped you understanding networking more clearly. If this video was useful, please take a second to like it. Your support helps the channel reach more people who want to learn Kubernetes. You can also subscribe for more hands-on tutorial and step-by-step guide. I regularly share the content focused on real-world DevOps and Kubernetes skill. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. I read them and try to reply to everyone. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next tutorial.